Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don. This is Rockin' the Country. This could be fun. I'm not sure what we're getting into here, but Jacob Herricks made a gift to the channel. So Jacob, shout out to you for the gift. Thank you for this. Jacob recently went to, what was it called? The Outlaws and Legends Music Festival. And just this past weekend, evidently, it was quite an event, according to Jacob. And he's requested that I react to two artists. He made two separate gifts. I'm going to do one now and one tomorrow. And this one is of Mark Powell, This Bar Needs a Town. And I like that switching. Instead of this town needs a bar, this bar needs a town. That's creative. I like that. But you, Jacob, you said Mark is the guy who owns the land and puts on the Outlaws and Legends Music Festival. So, let's see what Mark's got. He's obviously deeply invested in music, both emotionally, mentally, and financially. So let's see what he's got here. I love this title. I love simple twists of words, but then when you think about it, you actually get an image in your head of what that bar might look like and what that town might look like.
That four-way stop in this one-horse town is easy to miss if you don't slow down. There's a shack on a corner where a honky-tonk lived. The door was open, so I walked in. Behind a dusty case of Schlitz came an old creepy voice. With chills up my arm, he said, "Can I help you, boy? I'm surprised you came in. Most think that we're closed, but we open for drifters and a couple stray ghosts. You see, this town needs some girls, 'cause girls wanna dance, and a dance needs a guy to spin around. This guy needs a drink, this drink needs a bar, this bar needs a town."
I like that progression. I like his voice, too.
As he flipped on the lights, the neons came on. That jukebox was burning an old haggard song.
There you go.
All of a sudden, it hit me like a truck. I could see every reason he wouldn't board it up. Had that cool classic edge you don't see anymore. There should be a long line of folks at the door. They should all be here laughing and kicking up salt. But the reason it's empty ain't nobody's fault. Cause this town needs some girls, 'cause girls wanna dance, and a dance needs a guy to spin around. This guy needs a drink, this drink needs a bar, this bar needs a town.
I wonder what other options were in the songwriting process, because when you're doing like a linear or chronological progression, it's really like a logical progression. This leads to this, which leads to this, which leads to this, but you're engineering it backwards lyrically, saying what's the starting point. And you start with the girl, but then bam, 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 bam. And it's really well done. All right. Reminds me of Alan Jackson a little bit. Yeah.
This town needs some girls, 'cause girls wanna dance, and a dance needs a guy to spin around. This guy needs a drink, this drink needs a bar, this bar needs a town. This guy needs a drink, this drink needs a bar, this bar needs a town.
I would love to see the follow-up to this song. that says this bar got a town. That would, I mean, there's just so many possibilities here just because of the way this song is written, sort of thematically, where you reverse it chronologically, you got right back there. And okay, so now we've got a town, and then here's what happened, and the girls were dancing, the guys were there, whatever. I mean, this was a good song. I mean, I like his voice a lot, Jacob. And Mark, should you see this? But even instrumentally, you'd expect almost like this could be a sad song, but it wasn't at all. It was artistically factual, but each line formed an image in my head. And that's not always the case. Sometimes you have to hear like a whole, chorus to get an image in your head, or more, half a song sometimes to get a through line that gives you an image. But each line here was like, all right, the girls like to dance, they need a guy to spin them. All right, I see that. Right on down. Yeah, this was really good, Jacob. This was a good fun. I love songs like this where you've got traditional, call it neo-traditional, but this is traditional country sound. Last night the CMTs were on, and I don't watch award shows because they're just sort of like self-aggrandizing. It's like, aren't we great type of things. And sometimes they can be fun. I get it. But what they've turned into now are these political fests and just make these social statements instead of it being about the music. But the CMTs, good Lord. I listened for about a minute. I had a buddy in from Chicago, and we were talking about other things, so it was on mute. But every so often I turn it on and just to see what was being played, and I'm like, when I was in the Nashville country, I didn't understand why people who were in the traditional country would be saying that's not country. I've understood this for a long time. You just feel it differently, and there's some stuff coming out of Nashville that I like a lot. But some of the other stuff, it's like, you're branding that as country. That's you're really just co-opting the name country. This is country. Mark Powell just put out a country song, and I hope he's getting play on radio if he's released it to go to radio. All right, I'm going to rate this song, though, Jacob. There wasn't a whole lot wrong with this song. The way he sang it, the instrumentation, nothing was oversold. Everything was crisp. It was clear. There was even the repeat drum beat, but it wasn't that auto-tune or whatever you call it, that metronomic drum beat that so many songs, bro country songs, have coming primarily out of Nashville. This worked. I mean, a repeat drum beat works in some songs, just not every song, because then it's just overdone. The number that popped into my head on this was a 9.2. That's my number. So, folks, you could thank Jacob, and maybe if Mark sees this, one of the things I love doing about more independent artists, some of the independent artists have hundreds of thousands of followers on their social media, so that commonly they don't even see what I've done here that you guys have requested that I do. But sometimes they do, and I absolutely love that. So maybe Mark will see it. But I'm glad you had a blast, Jacob, at the Outlaws and Legends Music Festival. And kudos. I'm glad Mark was the guy who put it on. And I hope he did well, too. I hope he did well with it. There you go. See you on another video, folks. Have a great day and keep rocking the country.